every time I turn around, sports, politics, business, education, it all boils down to the same thing. Every time I look at somebody struggle in one, I can see where understanding it someplace else would help. Every time I see someone struggling on a tennis court to figure out something, I look and I say, if they can figure out those lessons right now, it's going to help them so much in the future. Because I look at the politics of what's going on today, and I look and I say, it's amazing that some politicians are looking at, here's a little opportunity, and they're trying to get everything done right away. And I look and I say, that's the exact same thing that happens on a tennis court when somebody hasn't done the work in the gym and they don't feel like they can stay out there all day and do whatever it is that needs to be done. They go and they rush their shots and they go for something big when something much less big and more conservative would have worked. And they take and they spend all of their capital. And then sometimes you see it and you know their player just knows they don't have a third set in them and they won that first set and they've got to get it all done in the second set, because if it goes to a third set, I don't have a chance. And so they're laying it all out there on the line and they're going for too much. Well, what should they have done? They should have put in the work on the front end, and they should have known that if I don't do what it takes, I'm not going to be able to stay out there. And consequently, I'm going to have to play higher risk tennis. It happens to players all the time. You see a player having a breakthrough and they start talking about their increased level of fitness and how that gives them so much more confidence and a willingness to chase more balls and do all those things. You know, and I look and I say, wow, if some of the politicians today had just spent the time learning those same lessons, they wouldn't be saying, I've got a chance and I've got to push everything through right now because everything's in a crisis and I can attach things to other things and I can get my entire agenda accomplished right now. Instead of saying, let me build on some things. Let me find the things that are most important where I can find consensus and where we can move forward together, and let me build some more capital and keep the capital in the bank instead of taking and spending all of the capital that I've accumulated or feel like I have. Let me figure out how to save that and how to build some more and how to build bridges. And then I think, maybe the president doesn't think he's going to be here. Maybe he thinks that, like Martin Luther King and Malcolm X before him, that he's a leader who's marked. And we hear the analogies to President Lincoln. He certainly thinks a lot of President Lincoln, and maybe he believes he's not going to have a chance or the time to finish his agenda on his own time, so he has to get it all done right now.